Hi friends, in this session we will discuss about facility location and layout. There are two parts of this session. First part is concerned with facility location and second part is concerned with the facility layout. Facility location is related to the decision of the geographical location of the new facility or expansion of the existing facility or shifting the existing facility to from one location to the another location. Facility location is a very important part, and before deciding that which facility location or which geographical location is suitable for us, considering the various factors are very important. These factors may be related to the logistics networks or availability of the other utilities or facilities to support that facility, and also about the cost or the investment for selecting that facility or establishing the new facility in that location. So we will learn about the facility location in this session. Facility location is determining the best geographical location for a company's facility. It is particularly important for two reasons. First, they require long-term commitment in the buildings and facilities, which means that mistakes can be difficult to correct. That means if we have decided that this facility will be located in that particular location and we invested a lot, then this decision cannot be revived or cannot be corrected if it becomes the mistake. The second, these decisions have a large impact on operating costs and revenues. Poor location can result in high transportation cost, inadequate supplies of raw materials and labor, loss of competitive advantages, and the financial loss. The strategic importance of location is to be considered before taking any decision about the new geographical locations. Here we have considered three small examples of the FedEx, Mercedes-Benz, and Hard Rock Cafe. When FedEx opened its Asian hub in Guangzhou, China, it set the stage for round the world flights linkage its Paris and Memphis package hub to Asia. That means after the establishing a new facility in China, they have to consider the linkage or the flights linkage for rest of the world from that place. Similarly, when Mercedes-Benz announced its plans to build its first major overseas plants in Vance, Alabama, it completed a year of competition among 170 sites in 30 states and two countries. That means there are a number of alternative sites and they have to consider that which site is the best site, and they took a year for deciding that which site is the most suitable for establishing the new facility. Now, when Hard Rock Cafe opened in Moscow, it ended 3 years of advanced preparation of a Russian food supply chain. That means before establishing a new cafe, they have to manage the entire supply chain from supply end to the customer end. Now, the type of facilities, what are the different kinds of facilities? These facilities, especially related to the different business activities, can be categorized into three parts. First one is heavy manufacturing facilities, and it covers automobile plants, steel plants, oil refineries, etc. And some factors are very important for the heavy manufacturing facilities. For example, construction costs, land costs, mode of transportation for shipping heavy manufactured items and receiving bulk shipments of raw materials, proximity to raw materials, utilities, means of waste disposal, and labor availability. And environmental issues are also important in the case of the heavy manufacturing facilities because we have to do reprocessing, recycling, or remanufacturing type of the activities, and it becomes very important. So environmental issues have increasingly become a factor in plant location decisions. Now, second type of the facilities are light industry facilities that are perceived as cleaner plants that produce electronic equipment and components, computer products, or assembly products like TVs, breweries, and pharmaceutical firms. In this case, the environmental type of the issues are not the dominating factor, and there are many factors which are not very important. This requires the small space or only the space for the assembly or doing the light activity. Now, third one is related to retail and service facilities. These are usually the smallest and least costly. For example, groceries and department stores, among many others, and such service facilities as restaurants, banks, hotels, cleaners, clinics, and law offices. These are the part of the service facilities, and it requires the lesser space and lesser investment. But in some type of the service facilities, like a hospital, company's headquarters, resort hotel, and a university academic building can be large and expensive. One of the most important factors for locating a service or retail facility is proximity to customers. That means the market or the customers should be very close to the service facility center so that services can be provided very easily to the different customers. Now, what are the different options of the locations? The first locations may be expanding an existing facility instead of moving. That means there is one facility and there may be some expansion or part of that facility which is to be located in the new location. Now, second type of the option is maintaining current sites while adding another facility elsewhere. In addition to the current facility, the similar type of the facility may be required to be located in the new location. Now, third is shifting type of the facility, that is closing the existing facility and moving to another location. So these are the three options of the locations. Now we will see that what are the factors that are very important for the facility location decision. This decision may be taken at the country level, at the regional level, or at the site level. If we decide the country level, then what are the factors that must be considered for the country level related to that country, related to the political scenario of that country, economic condition of that country. So these are the some important factors, and these important factors may cover the political risks, government rules, attitudes, and incentives provided by the government, then cultural and economic issues, location of markets, labor talent, attitudes, productivity, costs, and then availability of supplies, communications, energy, and then exchange rate of the currencies and currency risk. These are the some important factors which must be considered at the country level. And the second part, this is the factors which must be considered at the regional level or the community level decision. This may be the corporate desires, attractiveness of region, culture, taxes, climates, etc. Then availability of labors, costs, attitudes towards unions, cost and availability of utilities, environmental regulations of state and town, government incentives and fiscal policies, proximity to raw materials and customers, land and construction costs. So these are the important factors which must be considered at the regional level. Now, third one is at the site level. What are the important factors? At the site level, we may consider the cost of the land, then usable land, size of the land availability, air, rail, highway, and waterway system, zoning restrictions. The land may be restricted for the industrial purpose or the business purpose. This may be devoted to the agriculture land or the residential area. Then proximity of services, supplies needed, environmental impact issue, customer density and demographics. These are the important issues which must be considered for the particular site. Now, approaches for making location decision. There are 4 to 5 approaches. First one is factor rating method, load distance method, then center of gravity method, break-even analysis approach, and transportation method. The first one is factor rating method. In this case, we give the importance or weightage to the different factors, and the different locations are rated against these factors, and we find the weighted average value for all the different locations, and on the basis of this score, the maximum score is considered, and the location which has the maximum score is considered as the best location. Now, what are the steps for using the factor rating method? Uh, this may be seen in this slide. That is, first step is to identify the dominant factors. What are the factors which is important for the particular facilities? It is not necessary that all the factors will be important for all the different facilities. So we have to consider that what are the factors which influence the decision of the particular type of the facility, and then assign the weights to the factor. We have to assign the weights. There may be the pairwise comparison among these factors are the based on the experience of the decision maker or the knowledge of the decision makers. On the basis of that, we can give the importance rating of these factors, and then we in the next step we rate the different locations, different sites against these factors on the 100-point rating scale, or any rating scale can be used in this method, but here I have preferred to use the 100-point rating scale, and then evaluate each alternative relative to each factor using the scale selected in the step 3. Then for each factor and each location, multiply the weight of the factor by the score for that factor and sum the results for each alternative. Finally, select the alternative with the highest score. For example, we have considered a numerical problem here. We can see this numerical problem. A manufacturing company is going to build a new plant to manufacture ring bearings used in automobiles and trucks. The site selection team is evaluating 3 sites, and they have scored the important factors for each as follows. They want to use these ratings to compare the locations. So in this example, we can see that there are a number of factors, location factors. These factors are labor pool and climate, proximity to suppliers, wage rates, community environment, proximity to customers, shipping modes, and air service. And the weightage to different factors are provided on the basis of the pairwise comparison or any techniques used for the assigning the importance to different factors. And among these factors, we can see that labor pool and climate has given the more weightage, that is 30% weightage, and the least weightage is provided to the air service, that is only 5% weightage. And there are 3 sites, and these sites are rated against these factors on the 100-point rating scale, and then this weight is multiplied with the score of the different sites to find the weighted score. And in the next slide we can see that the maximum score, weighted score, is of site 3, that is 82.05, and site 2 has the score 80.80, and site 1 has 77.5. Then in this regard we can see that the site 3 has the maximum score. That means site 3 is the best location for the facility. So here we can take decision about the site 3 for locating the new decision. Now, load distance method. In the case of the load distance method, we consider the load which is to be transported and the distance from the particular facility to that city or that site. The load distance method is a procedure for evaluating location alternatives based on distance. The distance to be measured could be proximity to markets, proximity to suppliers or other resources, or proximity to any other facility that is considered important. The objective of the model is to select a location that minimizes the total amount of loads moved weighted by the distance traveled. That means in this case we minimize the load movement. That means we minimize the load movement, that how the load movement is minimized considering the distance from the different locations. So both is very important, load as well as the distance. Now in this example we can see how to use this load distance method. At first we will have to identify the distance of the different cities or the different sites from that facility location and identify the loads, how much load is to be transported between the facility and the other sites. Then calculate the load distance score for each location, and in this case we can find the distance. For example, suppose there are two points, one is known as A and another one is B, and there are two coordinates, xy coordinate for A and xy coordinate for B. And considering this, the load distance can be calculated as model value of xa minus xb and ya minus yb. The other formula can be used for the load, calculating the load also. In this case we can use the xa minus xb square plus ya minus yb square under root. This formula can also be used, but here this is easy to use. We want to only compare that which location is the best location. LD score for location is calculated. This is summation of Lij and Dij. Here I is one location, D is another location, and Lij is load between the locations I and J, and Dij is the distance between location I and J. Now see this example here. This is example 2. Matrix Manufacturing Corporation is considering where to locate its warehouse in order to service its 4 stores located in 4 cities A, B, C, D. There are 4 cities A, B, C, D, and there are 2 warehouse locations, that is X and Y. And we want to find that which one location for warehouse is to be selected, X or Y. The coordinates, distance coordinates is mentioned for all the different cities and also for the facility location, that is the warehouse location for X and Y, and how much load is to be transported for different cities from that warehouse is also mentioned here. For city A this is 15, for city B this is 10, for city C this is 12, and for city D this is 4. Now we have to find the value of the distance for all the different cities from X as well as Y, and then we find the value of the LD, that means load multiplied by the distance for all the cities for the particular warehouse, and on the basis of that product we have to see that which one is minimum load transportation, so that location will be the best location. Now see the solution of this problem. So in this case we can find that here that we have calculated the distance of the different cities from the warehouse Y, and in this matrix we have found the distance of X from the different cities. X is the one location of the warehouse and Y is the another location of the warehouse, and this distance is calculated for different cities from the warehouse Y and from the warehouse X, and then the value of LD, that is the distance multiplied by load, is calculated for warehouse Y and X both, and on the basis of this comparison we can see that the summation of the product of L and D, that is load and distance, this is 456.5 for Y location and 504 for X location. That means Y location is the best location if we compare this location with X location, because in the case of X location for the warehouse the value is 504. That means the load transportation with the distance is more in case of the X. Therefore here Y is selected as the location for the warehouse. Now in the next method, this is center of gravity method. In this case there are number of sites. For example, suppose there are number of markets and we want to cover from the one distribution center. Then where should be the distribution center so that the total transportation cost can be minimized from that center to the different markets or different cities. So in this case, how to find that location? We use the concept of center of gravity. So, and center to find the center of gravity, we calculate the value of the coordinates for that facility, considering the center of gravity of the different markets or different cities, considering the load or the demand from the different markets and the distance from a particular point, that is the reference point, and we calculate the value of the centroid from that reference point for the new facility. So this concept is used to find the new location of a facility. Now you can see this example here. The same four cities are given and load is same, which is mentioned in the earlier example. These loads are 15 for A, 10 for B, 12 for C, and 4 for D. And this is the coordinates of A, B, C, and D, four cities from a particular reference, and we can calculate the value of W into Xi, summation of Wixi and summation of Wiyi. And if we divide this summation by the summation of weight, that is the demand from the different markets, then we can find the value of X coordinate and Y coordinate. X coordinate, Y coordinate will be treated just like a center of gravity. So here we can see that X coordinate and Y coordinate, and we can find the value of X coordinate here 7.9 and 10.6. This is the centroid, and this is the coordinate of the new facility from the reference point. Now here we can see the break-even analysis approach. Break-even analysis approach is used to decide the location on the basis of the allocation. For example, there are number of facilities available, and we want to find that which facility should be used to produce the product with the certain volume. That means in this case the decision may vary from one facility to another on the basis of volume of production. And in this case, the cost of production is very important. This cost may be the fixed cost or the variable cost, and both costs are considered as a total cost, and we plot the graph of the total cost for all the different facility location on the same graph, and on the basis of that we calculate that for the certain volume which location is the beneficial, and between some volume X and Y which location is more important, and beyond this Y which location. That means the selection of the decision or the decision of the selection of the different facilities based on the volume of production. Now we can see this example here. In this case, a manager is considering four possible sites for its new operation of a business activity. The annual fixed and variable cost for each site have been estimated as follows. There are four locations A, B, C, D, and fixed costs for all the four locations are given, and this is the variable cost for all the locations. So in this way, we can find the equation for the total cost. This total cost may be as for example, the total cost for A, this may be dollar 350,000 plus, suppose the volume to be produced at location A is XA multiplied by $5. That means this is the total variable cost. In the same way, we can calculate the total cost for all the four sites, and we can plot the total cost on the same graph. Then we can find the intersection point, and on the basis of the intersection point we can judge that this location will be best suitable for this volume of the production. We can see the solution of this here. Now this is the graph. We can see that this is a graph plotted for the total cost. So this is the this one is the graph for A, and this is a graph for D. This straight line shows the graph for A. This is the graph for D, and this is the graph for B, and this is graph for C. So in this way we can find the intersection point by solving the equation of the total cost of B and total cost of C, and we can find this intersection point. This intersection point is equal to 4666.7 units, and if we want to produce less than these units, then C location is, or the C facility is the best facility, and it has the lowest cost, as we can see in this graph. But if we want to produce more than 4667 units and up to 9000 units, then we can see that C is now costly affair. Now we can select the B as a best facility, B as the best facility, and if we produce more than 9000 units, then in this situation A is the best facility. So in this way we can select different facility considering the different volume of production. Okay, so if we want to produce 10,000 units, then definitely A will be the best location for the production. Now, see, this is a case study. This case study is based on the Tata Nano, and this case study will be focused on the decision related to the political disturbance and the social disturbance. We know that the Tata Nano plant was shifted from Singur, West Bengal to Sanand, Gujarat due to some social as well as political disturbance, and Tata could not identify the or anticipated the such type of the disturbances, and they decided to locate their new plant of the Tata Nano in Singur, and they faced a lot of problem at that place, and they have to finally shift their plant from Singur to Sanand, and due to this the product was delayed by 1 year, and also they had to face some financial loss, and during that period the competitors, automobile competitors also prepared the low cost car in the same range of the price, and finally Tata has to shut down their production of the Tata Nano in 2018 at the Sanand. So this is a result of the poor decision or mistake made in the decision of the new location. Now we can go through this case in detail. Now see here, the Tata started to establish its nano car plant in Singur, West Bengal, and later shifted to Sanand in Gujarat due to lack of foresightedness of local community and potential political problem. The main challenge of the Tata Nano plant in Singur was the land acquisition. The difficulty of land acquisition in India is due to two factors, that is, the type of land to use and population density over it. There is a rule, and according to the Section 11 of the Land Acquisition Act, it is obligatory on the part of collector to safeguard the interest of all persons involved through they might have not appeared before him in awarding compensation, the land acquisition. Collectors should look into the estimate value of the land, given due consideration to the other specific factors. The value of land should be awarded within 2 years. In Singur, there are more than 1100 land holdings, and out of it, total 6000 families were about to suffer from this land acquisition. That means it was the densely populated area. The project was to be spread over 700 acres, with another 300 acres kept aside for ancillary production, for the automobile production or automobile manufacturing facility. It is required to locate all the vendors very near to the manufacturing plant so that the transportation cost can be minimized, so that the vendor managed inventory can be used, and the lead time of the supply can be minimized. Without establishing the ancillary plants very near to the manufacturing plant, it is impossible to do the heavy manufacturing plant or heavy manufacturing activity alone. So Tata considered 300 acres only for the ancillary plants. In case of compensation for land acquisition for Tata, the average prices paid by acre land was rupees 12 lakh, while the estimated current price per acre became rupees 60 lakh. The land price have jumped after acquisition of land by companies. The nerve of the problem was Mamata Banerjee's demand that 300 acres of land of 997.11 acres allocated to projects should be returned to original owners. And Tata was not ready to return these 300 acres to the original owners because they want to establish their ancillary plants in that area. According to Ms. Banerjee, the land was taken forcibly from the farmers while Tata Motors Limited needed all the land as one block, not just for the main plant but for ancillary units. Because by this way, they can save part of huge expenditure with vendors and stick to low price of the car as promised by Ratan Tata, and they promised to provide the car in rupees 1 lakh or in dollar 2,500. Finally, Tata decided to shift the plant to Sanand, Gujarat after a lot of threat of local people to employ of Tata Motors Limited. The stand of the state political leader may be intended to get the political mileage and political support of the local people of the single region. This is the separate issue, but Tata could not anticipate the situation, political situation, and the social issues in that area. Tata Motors could not experience the political disputes between ruling Buddhadev Bhattacharya government and the opposition leader MS Mamata Banerjee. Tata Motor could not presented the real situation to the environmental activists who supported the movement of local people. Tata Motors tried to purchase the land at lower cost to produce the lower cost car, that is Nano. Now, the project was delayed by a year and the proposed cost increased and due to shifting the facility from Singur to Sanand, loss of eagerness of customer to get the car of $2,500 due to the conflict and delay which damaged the market reputation also. The competitors got sufficient time to produce the equivalent and better cars in the similar range of the price. Recently, Tata decided to stop the manufacturing of Tata Nano car due to loss of sales, and after 2018 there is no production of the Tata Nano from the Sanand plant. So this is the story of the Nano plant and shifting the Nano plant from Singur to Sanand. Now we can see that what type of problems are there and how can this problem affect the decision of the location of the new facility if one could not anticipate the political risk, social risk, or the cultural differences, then this type of the problem may occur. So this is the all about the plant location. In the next part, in this session, in the next part, we will discuss about the facility layout. Thank you.